TVU political analyst Brian Sobel. So with Tillerson out and the possibility of Mike Pompeo coming in, what could this change mean around the world?
Well, first of all, anytime you have a change of the Secretary of State, it's a big deal because the Secretary of State and the President should be as one. And so nations around the world listen to the Secretary of State as though they are listening to the President. So Mike Pompeo has to go out, and he has relationships with a lot of these countries, but he's got to go out and represent the President. And for international allies and foes, they now have to take a measure of a new Secretary of State and try to decide whether he truly represents the President's thinking on issues.
Why make the decision today, the announcement today, on the same day that President Trump visited California for the first time since becoming president?
Well, you wonder, because he could have had the old double dip, Frank, where today he did the border photo op and that sort of thing, and tomorrow he could have fired Tillerson or vice versa. I think some are suggesting perhaps it was a distraction to kind of take down the news of the Tillerson firing in favor of these photo ops. We don't know at the end of the day.
The president said today that he would like to see the deputy CIA director, Gina Haspel, take over for Pompeo. What are your thoughts on her? If she is confirmed by the full Senate, she would be the first lady to lead the intelligence agency.
Highly respected. When you talk with people inside the Beltway, they know her. People out here, a lot of folks have not heard her name, but she's been around since 1985 at the CIA. You know, the idea that you would have a director who has this kind of experience and brings other things to the plate, I think most people in Washington find that favorable.
Going back to the president's visit to California, tonight he's in Beverly Hills at a very expensive fundraiser. What is the point of the president coming to California? He could have viewed those prototypes in Texas or Arizona. Why come to California?
I think he was making a statement. He went to California to say, hey, you don't want border walls, you are a sanctuary state, you are this or that. I think he was making a statement, Frank, and it was convenient because then he could run up to Beverly Hills and ring the ATM, and he's not the first president to do that. It goes on all the time.
Last week we saw the chief economic advisor to the president stepping down, Gary Cohn. Do you expect more changes now in the Trump administration?
Yes, I think in the early days of the administration over the last year, I think a lot of people that were in the administration were not Trump picks. They were picks by people around Trump, and I think he's getting a better fix on what he wants. And as that goes on, I think you'll see more people leave.
All right, Brian, we'll leave it there.
Absolutely.
Brian,
thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.